Right. And here we go. KingWoes Court. Welcome back. Episode 22. Woo! Inbound. And I have an awesome fucking musician coming in tonight. And I'm delighted to finally get her onto the show. Mo Sheerin, how the hell are you?
I'm good. I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. I had a fucking MRI scan today and it was such a weird experience.
How did it go?
Great.
How you?
That's it.
Like it's that old Irish expression. How are you keeping in yourself?
Yeah, I'm doing
In
grand.
yourself. Okay, that's good. That's good. That's good, Pat. No, in serious. Like in fairness, I hope that you're keeping well, man.
Yeah, doing okay. I'm doing all right. I'm still here, still itching to get back playing music, and like everyone else, of course. You know,
Yep. Yep.
how have you been doing with all this lockdown shit? How have you?
Yeah, keeping like last year I bought like a load of recording equipment, as you can see up there.
Mm-hmm.
That's just my um
That's your
Space
friend.
Odyssey.
That's your best friend.
Radiator. And then yeah, so just got all my recording equipment up there and just keeping it going, keeping cracking, like keeping
Lovely.
sane, as well as teaching. Yeah, so it's been a bit of a lifesaver, like good timing and stuff. Like so, yeah.
And are you doing much? Is it online teaching you're doing now? Is it?
Online teaching, and I'm back in a school teaching as well. So like, it's nice to actually like I much prefer teaching in person, but you got to do what you got to do.
Yeah.
Online teaching is fine, even for international students as well. And yeah, like it's nicer to talk to someone,
Face
not
to
in front of a
face.
screen. This is different. This is lovely, but but
Thanks.
with teaching and stuff, when you're teaching a student how to tune their guitar with crap Wi-Fi, it's
Yeah.
fun.
And do you mind me asking where where the school is, so we can maybe get you a bit of
It's in Docky.
very fancy,
Yes,
very fucking
yes,
fancy.
yes,
You don't do
yes.
things by half. You
Go.
wouldn't do one. You wouldn't do classes in Sheriff Street or something, would you?
Well, the job was there. Fuck it, like
No fast
I'm happy
cars.
enough to teach anybody.
By the way, I'm only messing. I love Sheriff Street. Well, I'm from East Wales, so I love Sheriff Street. Anyway, tell me how you got into
Sure,
playing
sure, sure,
guitar.
sure, sure.
Yeah, tell me how you got into playing
Huh?
guitar, Mo.
Sorry.
Tell me how you got into playing guitar.
So I got into guitar whenever I was 11, 12 years old. I remember listening to Guns N' Roses for the first time, like Appetite for Destruction, and I think it completely changed the game for me. Like I was like, right, that's what I want to do.
Yeah,
So yeah, it kind of just snowballed from there, and throughout the ages and ages and ages, just kind of into my mid 20s now, and it's just like, well, here we go. I'm teaching in Dublin and in a couple of projects, and it's all good. Like, um, yeah, when I was younger, like Guns N' Roses, Van Halen were huge for me. Especially Eddie. Like, my God, like I was so inspired by him, and it just, yeah, yeah.
was I have to say Slash was a personal favorite of mine growing up.
Yeah, I
I'm,
mean, yeah.
I'm,
I mean, I don't really play like him. I mean,
mm,
like a lot of people put him down to a pentatonic player, but when you listen to like stuff on Use Your Illusion 1 and 2, it's kind of
ah,
like no, he
okay.
goes above and beyond that. I can understand where they come from. I mean, everybody has their modes and everybody has their kind of their little flares that they kind of center their playing around, and you can definitely hear it. But yeah, like he was an inspiration for me to start guitar for sure.
Yeah,
Um, yeah.
he's but like I mean, like you know yourself, signature sounds.
Hmm.
They kind of when they get to that level, they have to kind of keep that signature sound to a certain
Yeah.
degree. And it's
Yeah.
like I mean I know, and you're probably going to agree with this, but Kerry King gets an awful fucking rap. I know he does, but it's still
He does. He does. Yeah.
and he's still written some of the best metal songs ever. Like whether you
Well,
like
that's
them or
it.
not.
Like you have your own kind of musical path, and you have your own kind of forefront. Um, and that I guess that's at the end of the day makes you stand out as an artist. You need to be
Mhm.
as an individual as possible. Especially these days.
Jesus, it's tough trying to be an
Especially these
original.
days.
Yeah,
Especially these days. You just flick on the Instagram now, and you're just like, oh fuck, like
not even gonna bother. Like yeah, I know.
no.
I get the. I have a feeling though that you're the same opinion of me. That you're playing music for the love of it and you enjoy it and you're
Oh
playing for
yeah,
yourself.
100%. I mean, like I do upload videos and stuff like that, but it's not. I'm not trying to like.
No.
And it sounds so like tip like cliche, like I'm not in it for the popularity. Like popularity does matter as an artist,
Yeah.
regardless of what your stance is. Like it helps build and share your music. But for me, if I'm uploading anything or like video, like those little videos that I put up on my own personal feed or whatever, it's like just here you go, hope it
Yeah.
brightens your day kind of thing, So
Exactly. But when you've got something to share with people, why not? That's the way I would look at it.
oh yeah,
And that's
100%.
something. That's something. It's a talent. It's a skill. Not like fucking
Yeah.
Sean, makeup or fucking a hat or
Yeah.
So
I
it's
know I
actually
am partial to the old selfie, as you know, but like,
yes. But that's
but
okay though, because you balance it
yeah,
well. You know what I mean?
yeah.
So what made you move down from Belfast?
I didn't move from Belfast.
Where'd you move from?
Enniskillen, Fermanagh.
Oh,
Everybody
apologies.
said, yeah, no. Everybody, no, it's fine. It's totally fine. No, like everybody kind of like they're like, oh, you're from the north. Belfast is awesome. I'm like,
I should have known
yeah.
better.
Yeah, no, I'm from Fermanagh. So, but like I have a load of friends in Belfast, like a load of good pals, and
Yeah,
it's a good scene up there as well, as you
great
know.
scene. I
So
love it.
yeah.
Love it.
I moved down here from Fermanagh just to get busy. Really, there's a lot
Mm.
more opportunities, and it's just like that old journey. Just a small town girl. Like,
She made
like
it. Damn it.
there you go. There, that's me. So yeah, no, I moved down here just to get just like it just had in my opinion back then a big scene. It's a little bit close knit now, but it's nice. Like it's much more busy. It's much more like it's great. Like I'm happy living here. I love it. I love it living here. So
That's
I
like
made it
Dan. That's
great.
like Dan from my band, who's from Armagh. He loves Dublin. He would rather be living in Dublin.
Oh, 100%. I mean, like for someone like you're born and bred here, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, like you probably think like it's a bit of a fishbowl, you know what I mean? Like it's not, it's like, but when you come from a when a really small population or just, you want to spread your wings a little bit, and I know that's it's quite youthful sounding and stuff, but and probably in 20 years when I'm still living here, I'll be like, oh fucking hell, like, but
Hey.
I mean, like I do get like that sometimes, especially considering I live in town, you're kind of like, oh for fuck's sake.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, but like I love Dublin. I wouldn't change. Right now. I wouldn't change anything at all. Like I love it. I love the fact that I've made so many great friends, made so many great connections musically, and yeah, like it makes things easier. Everything's a flight away as well. So
Yeah. It is. It has its pluses and minuses. Everywhere does,
oh,
don't
100%.
they?
Yeah.
And tell me, were you playing in any bands at home before you moved down?
A couple of them. Nothing too well, major, but like nothing too, just a couple of bands with some friends. So.
And yeah, what I always found crazy that I hadn't seen you in a lot of bands in Dublin, really.
Mhm.
Only up until recently, kind of recently, wasn't
See, I only moved here, what was it, 3, 4 years? I think it's 4.
it? Right?
I think it's getting to 4. So, the first 2 years, kind of like a bit of a slap in the face, realizing how expensive this place was.
Oh,
And,
yeah.
do you know what I mean? Like settling down and, finding your own little way and stuff. And I was in between a lot of jobs, teaching and or, normal ones.
Yeah.
But then, like the last 2, 3 years, I finally I placed my 2 feet on solid ground, as you can say, and yeah, just kind of like I've got busy. Like I decided, like right, time to up my game, and then along came COVID, and yeah, no,
Ruined it.
look, it actually hasn't ruined it. I mean, like if anything, it's given me a lot more time to kind of be like, all right, so, like even with the solo album, it's been like, okay, grand. This gives me a lot of time to finally do this,
Yeah. Which is great because I think everybody is now trying to improve their skill set.
Yeah, and it's
Like,
good to see, to be quite honest. Like everybody, I mean, it's either, you become a full health nut during COVID, or it's very spiritual, or very like 100% musical. And I've seen so many people take this time to their advantage by, promoting themselves, making professional videos, sharing music like you do with your podcasts and
yeah,
stuff. And I think it's important to do that now more than ever. Like,
absolutely. I mean, and that's it. Like, I mean, it's why not give people a chance to put themselves out there, And
oh yeah.
that's what I look. That's the way I love doing this, is because it just gives me a chance to chat to like-minded people who, like you said, gives them a chance to come out and tell us what they're doing, or talk about
Yeah.
stories, and I just think it's
Yeah.
great. Like,
Exactly. It's nice to like. It's important to bridge, and it's important to kind of build like a little bit of a community. I mean, there is a community there, but it's important to kind of have more of a collective as well.
yeah, absolutely. And so, talk to me about this awesome band that you're in, Witchkicker.
Witchkicker, woo! Yeah, we released 3 singles last year. And this year we're still writing, we're still trudging along, we're still hopefully getting a rehearsal space next month. Like, I would just love to be banging out tunes, like, I get, like, because they have so much energy, and like the girls are so much fun to work with as well. They're absolute gems. And it's all been very easygoing, in terms of the writing process. It's literally like, I'll come up with, like, I'm a very hooky player, so
Not with
it's
that.
like, yeah, no, that's it. Like, I mean, like, you have your kind of like, right, this is the main kind of infrastructure of the song, so bum bum bum, and then it's great that they can literally go, okay, so let's just put the pieces together, and then like, I don't like taking dominance over the songwriting side of things. I do like contributing, a good amount of the progressions of the song, but it's kind of
Yeah,
like I love the fact that they're taking reign as well, or they have been taking reign,
yeah,
because yeah, that's what a band's all about.
exactly. Yeah. And would you have a hand in lyrics or something like that?
No, not with Witchkicker anyway. No,
Okay.
Laura Hutchie, sorry. She writes all the lyrics, and they're really badass. Like the 3 singles. I don't know if you listened to them, but like,
I was listening to them earlier on actually.
yeah, they're phenomenal. Like, she has so much energy and so much drive behind those lyrics, and they
Yeah.
just make for like. And I just remember, was it last year or 2 years ago? Oh my god, it was 2 years ago. No, was it last year that we were gigging? No, it was last year. I'm thinking like 2 years ago.
Yeah, but didn't
We were
but gigging and then you just kind of stopped abruptly.
No, we were all gigging around
Oh,
like
all of us,
January
you mean?
to
Yeah,
then.
yeah, yeah. About
Yeah,
January.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay, I'm thinking like, oh my god, like my brain is like 2 years ago.
yeah.
um, but yeah, like just seeing people's reactions to like all of us on stage, energy wise and stuff, was
Mm,
just like phenomenal last year. Like, and then it just got stopped abruptly. I mean, we were on
yeah.
such a massive roll with gigs. It was like gig for about 4 months, and then yeah, this happens. But
You were building a great reputation, a live reputation. It was really well. Like,
well, yeah, yeah. I mean, like, no doubt. I mean, even I saw that, like, because like the amount of offers rolling in and everything. It was just like, and I'm so grateful for all of that as well. It was just really like, right, this is awesome. This is like totally gonna go somewhere. And it's all right to take a break though. It's all right
of
to,
course.
like, it's not like we're taking a faulting anything or anything. We still are working away. It's just
Yeah.
like any other band at the moment. It's kind of like, well, hey.
I know. It's
Crickets.
where we're still
Crickets, like,
waiting.
yeah.
And come here. Where did you meet the girls? Where did like did you know each
I
other
met,
or?
ah, I met Deb, the bassist, at a Ginger gig, actually. Where the hell was it? I think it was on the Rocks, actually. Oh my god.
Right, Jesus.
Like, been ages since, like, that was like, what, 4 years ago?
Mm,
I can't even remember the last time On the Rocks had a gig. Like,
a little while ago.
yeah, so met her there. Well, actually, yeah, met her there. I think we met in a mosh pit or something, and then I think we headed to Chennai after, and you know, threw back a few drinks, and I knew her from then. And then the drummer and I met through a mutual friend. We got jamming. We brought Deb in. Then we just put up we held auditions for singers, and out of the blue, Hutchie comes along, and I'm just like, she just, she just struck me as the most prepared person and the most, hardworking, like she just, yeah, it was great.
Yeah.
Like, it was fantastic. Like,
it's great when the right mix comes along.
Yeah.
Time, isn't it?
100%. Like, 100%. Like, 100%. Like, it matters. If you see, like, when something is fluent and something is very organic, and that's what a lot of the songs came from, like, just really organic songwriting and, inspiration. It was just, like, they were probably some of the most easiest songs that I've ever, not technically playable wise, but it was just, how they were born was just amazing.
That's a great feeling. It really is when you get that. There's a great sense of energy, and I know this sounds like a stupid thing to say, but there's a lot of badassery in those fucking tunes, like,
Yeah. We wanted like a powerhouse kind of like tunes. You know what I mean? We didn't want like we wanted something different, but we weren't trying at the same time. Do you know what I mean? Like it was just like I guess it comes from the fact that like I'm from a I have a very like it's a plethora of inspiration that I come from, like jazz, prog, metal, anything guitar oriented. I will listen. Like that's my domain. And then with Deb, the bassist, she's pure prog. She's pure prog.
yeah.
And
And
then
she'd
with
like my book that I have there, Geddy Lee's big book of
yeah,
bass.
oh yeah, 100%, 100%. And yeah, and then Hutchie, of course, is from a punk background, okay, and it's just like when you have those kind of three elements, or those mix of elements kind of brought in together, it just creates something, and like that's so important to be like we didn't try, we just did. And yeah. And I know a lot of bands say that, but that's literally how it went.
But I think you'll find you can tell eventually when a band does just do. What I mean is you can separate the doers from the sayers.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And it's not, it just when something doesn't sound mathematical, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like there's being technically proficient, but if you're writing for the sake of being like, oh, maybe this will fit here, this one riff that I know that will definitely fit theoretically, it's just best to just go into a studio, hash out, like make mistakes as you go along, and then just be like, oh, that mistake sounded cool, so like.
And that's how some of the best riffs are written, isn't it? It really is.
Yeah,
like,
100%. 100%.
Like I mean, there's been many a time in the studio jamming with the WoW, and I'd hear a riff that someone might have played like that by accident. I'm like, go back to that then. And they're like, what? And I'd have to hum it out then, because I'm not able to play, so I'd be like, nah. And then
the best thing about it is whenever you like jam with your band, and then like you create this song, and then one of you forget to hit the record button on the phone.
I know, I hate that.
And then you go even that 2-hour gap between leaving the studio and coming home, you come home and you're like, yeah, shit.
Yeah.
What did I do? It comes back eventually, but you're just kind of like,
So have you any plans to record an album or?
We are in the midst of just writing at the moment. We do have plans to release maybe an EP in the next whenever we can. Like it's like it's hard to put it's really hard to put a timestamp on things these days. Like like even with my solo album, I was saying July, but recently it's just like I do think it's probably going to be autumn or winter or maybe even 2022 release, which I hope not, but we'll see what happens. I'm hoping by the end of 2021 at least. But with Witchkicker, it's we're taking it how it goes, and we're still going, we're still keeping strong, and yeah.
Excellent. And so, talk to me about the solo album. How did that come about, and what's it all about? Talk to me.
Boredom. No, like I've always wanted to do something like that. I've always wanted to have like this kind of big epic kind of album with like a lot of guitar infrastructure in it. And I just came about like I just at the start I really just wanted to do like maybe like 2 or 3 songs, whatever, ba 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 ba. And then I kind of just I made in this song Inhibition, which is probably going to be our release, our first single,
Okay.
hopefully. So Inhibition, and like there's a video snippet of it somewhere in my Facebook
Cool.
domain, whatever. Um, so Inhibition, like I kind of thought, right, drummers, Damien, boom. And I knew, like, I've seen Damien play countless times, and I just an absolute amazing guy to work with. Um, so I asked him, and then he was like, yeah, yeah, no problem, yeah. And then yeah, it just came on to like to the fact that like a friendship just blossomed from there.
Excellent.
And then it just when you find someone that you can just it's so fluent, it's so like this is what I want, grand, there you go.
He's
Boom.
so quick and he's so good,
Yeah,
isn't he?
and like it's just we've never had any kind of like disagreements in terms of like musicianship or anything like that, or like it's all been fair game. It's all been like, right, here's the progression. Okay, I will try it. Change that progression. Okay, cool. Ba 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 ba. Change the drums. Okay. There's never ever anything like, and that's how it should be with musicians. So
So,
it just turned like it just kind of from that it literally just turned out right. And I just asked him, I was like, well, do you want to do the rest of the album? He's like, sure. I was like, so
excellent. And have you any other musicians on it? Or
I have Terry McHugh on bass, who
sounds
is
familiar?
son. Yeah, he used to be in a metal band called Altus.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Yeah, long blonde hair.
yeah. I remember.
There you
Yeah,
go. Am I right? Yeah, Steve Hobson would know him anyway.
of course. Yeah,
Nordy.
yeah.
Yeah, no, he's gonna be on the album, and it's just gonna be absolutely amazing. Like he is just phenomenal. Like
Deadly.
he's a scary musician. Um, yeah, so yeah, very excited. So it's like a nice little trio at the moment. At the
Deadly.
moment.
Oh, we might have more.
Yeah, might have a couple of guests. Might have a
Woo!
couple of guests.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
That's what, like, I love hearing that.
yeah. So again, it's kind of like making an album, kind of like with a few little, I don't know, familiar heads in there somewhere.
Excellent. I look forward to that, man. I really do.
We actually got the artwork lately as well, and it's just Oren from Overdrive main stage design
Yeah.
did it, and it's just it's amazing. It's phenomenal.
Fantastic. He's a fantastic artist, isn't he? He really is.
Yeah. Oh, it's just amazing. It's just pure sci-fi goodness,
And come here, is that what would kind of influence you for your solo stuff? Is sci-fi type stuff, or
Yeah, there's gonna be a lot of synths, and there's gonna be a lot of just like I've been playing around with a lot of droney spaceship alien kind of sounds as well. So
so?
like I'm heavily influenced by sci-fi cinema, and I love action movies. I love sci-fi. I love anything to do with the astral world, and I just love it. I really do. So and so does Demo, and I think Terry does as well. I'm not too sure, but yeah, it's not like it's a nice kind of just a nice vibe from it,
Yeah,
Yeah,
deadly. That's it's always great to have something to use as inspiration, isn't it? Really, it
yeah.
really is. Like
It's
I just splatter kind of lyrics on a page, and I'm like, what was that? You know?
well, at least you can write lyrics, man. It takes me a while. It takes me a while to write lyrics. Like I'm writing lyrics for this the solo album as well, and like there's some people I can like I've always been good journalistically. I've always been good writing, but writing lyrics is kind of like it's hard for me to express myself that way because
Yeah.
all I've done is express myself through a guitar. And I know that sounds so corny, but
No, I
whatever.
get it. I
like,
get it.
but
I get it. Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
What you call? I was saying this to. I was did a podcast with Brigantia last week. I was saying I have a writer's block at the moment. I really do. And
Ah, no.
when I have a writer's block, it stays for a long time. But when I get out of it,
Mm.
I get so much inspiration. It's mad. So
I'm kind of the same.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm kind of the same. Like, have you tried taking like a big ass walk?
No, no.
You thought I was gonna say something else with a W
Yeah,
there, didn't you?
yeah. I do. You did. Big ass dump or something like But like, no, I
I
generally.
mean, that could help. I mean, whatever
Uh,
floats your boat, man. Whatever
no.
floats in your toilet.
Well, wouldn't be lyrics anyway.
Yeah.
I I when I'm trying to see, I don't force. I don't. It has to pop into
Yeah.
my head, and then I walk
Yeah.
around that. Then so it's normally starts off as like a line or two, and then
Yeah.
I walk around that. But I've never ever kind of forced myself to write a song.
Yeah, no, that's where the shittest songs come from, man. Like
Yeah.
that's
So everything I'm singing for, singing about, or whatever, it means something. Even if it might
yeah.
be, sound like gobbledygook to some people, but everything I
Mm.
sing, or if it's very rare for me to get lyrics from some band members, right? But I have had them, and I always say to them, right,
Oh, no.
can and they'll tell you I can be. There's one thing I always say to them, and they're like, "Oh fuck you, Carl." It's always like, "Do you mind if I put even one word in so that I can relate to it?" Do you know what I mean?
You
So
sassy little bitch.
I
No.
know. I think it's a little control thing going on there, isn't it?
No,
Really?
but it's kind of like it would be like if Demo told me, "Oh, you should play this on guitar," I'd be like it's the same. Like it's the same with
Mm,
lyrics. Lyrics are a part of your instrument. You know what I mean? Like your vocals.
yeah,
So and like they only matter if it doesn't matter if it's like riffs, lyrics, drum beats, parts, whatever. If they're not from yourself, it's kind of defeating the purpose of creating the song. Do you know what I mean?
yeah, absolutely.
Um, like especially lyrics because they're like words. They have to come from the heart.
Yeah,
You know. There you go
absolutely.
again with the corniness. You know.
Hey, it's okay. I'll allow it. We don't have a corny box like a swear box, so don't be worrying about
I'll make one. See how much we
it.
wrap
The
it up. We'll
corny
get some
box.
pints. Come on.
So you're saying, what's your favorite? As I say, I just throw things out at you. What's your favorite films that you like? You were saying you like sci-fi. What?
I like The Thing, The Terminator.
Terminator
Um.
one or two? Which is your favorite?
Oh no, Cara.
Terminator one for me. I love both of them, but Terminator one.
Uh. Yeah. Yeah. No. Mm, yeah, meh. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Let's go for. Okay, Terminator. But they're so. Both of them are so sentimental though.
They're
But
brilliant.
maybe more so just for that tech noir scene.
Oh,
You know what
yeah,
I
I
mean?
love it. I love it.
And even that song, "You've Got Me Back."
I'm gonna
Yeah.
watch that. I'm gonna
Uh,
watch that now.
yeah, I think that's on my, yeah, that's fine. That's gonna be fine. Um, yeah, no, like I just like those films are very sentimental to me. Like they just paved the way for so much goodness as well. Did
Mm.
you see the latest one though?
The latest
The latest,
Terminator.
what was it called? It was with,
Was it Genesis? Was it the one where
uh,
Sarah Connor's back in it? Isn't it?
she is, yeah, Linda Ham. Yeah, she was that Genesis or was that the one after? No, Genesis was the one with the dragon lady from Game of Thrones, was it not? Emilia Clarke.
I think it might have been actually. I can't remember. I
The
know the one
the
you're.
latest one is
Yeah,
called something anyway, but yeah, no, I just anything like it. The last couple of movies have made Terminator 3 look like gold, you
yeah,
know?
yeah. And that's saying something.
Yeah, and it is. I mean, like I actually like I like the Terminator movies so long as they kind of just so long as they kind of like fit in with the freaking like the original kind of timeline. Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Although you're
Like
dealing with
as
time
long
travel, so that's
yeah, but whenever they have to go back to stop the original Terminator, it's kind of like no, it's not Inception, or whatever. But like, I don't know. They just keep it like I don't really like what's happening in modern cinema these days in terms of like they're just re-franchising stuff for the sake of
yeah.
it because it has a nostalgic kind of just leave it alone.
and
Just leave it
it
alone.
has a name attached to it already, and
Yeah,
that's
and I get it if it's like, but they just seem to be making a second movie out of everything. And I
yeah.
think the next thing that they're gonna do is probably, the Warriors. I bet you that they're gonna do that. I bet you they're gonna remake that, or just I don't know what's gonna happen. Like,
I hate that. I mean, like one of my favorite films is the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and
hmm.
they've
And what do you
remade it.
think?
Oh God, I'm fucking sick
Yeah,
of
it's a bit
reboots.
much.
Yeah.
Yeah, bit
So
much.
apparently there's another one coming out. I'm like, oh, just
Is
stop.
there?
Apparently.
Oh
So
no!
I'm just
Like
like, stop already. You know?
you're just crying with the original
Yeah.
VHS, and
Yeah.
it's like,
I'm very I love horror movies are my favorite, obviously,
yeah.
but
Do you like would you classify the thing as horror or sci-fi?
a bit of both because of the
Yeah,
amount of kind of effects that are in it. That like
yeah.
it's some amazing stuff in
You
that
know,
film.
I love those like old timey effects, like John Carpenter's effects back in the day. Like it's fucking like for what they were as well for
Yeah,
that time. It's like that's amazing how they did that.
yeah. Practical effects
Um,
were always better, always.
yeah, 100%. I mean, like I do like CGI, but not like I like CGI whenever it's the salt and pepper,
Mm,
not the main course. You know what
yes,
I mean?
I agree.
Like
In conjunction with the the proper stuff, the puppetry and the animatronics, even.
yeah, it's not like even like the last Star Wars movies. I mean, whatever, yeah, whatever. I mean, they still kept to that kind of realm. They
Yeah,
kept to the like, and I was like, right, well done, good,
yeah.
good. But in general, like I remember one like oh, what was it? The Alien Covenant movie.
Oh God, yeah. I'm not a
The way
fan.
that was marketed was just that was unfair. But
Yeah.
I get it, linking up to the whole Prometheus and everything. But it was just like, God, really? Like, I just didn't enjoy it.
They did
We got
nothing
to see
for
like,
me. Yeah, they really did nothing for me.
no, no. It
And I
was
was,
just kind of like, it was just like the whole trailer was just nostalgic, like bringing it back to the, like the crew and everything having
yeah.
breakfast and stuff. I was like, hello. And then when I seen it, I was like, ah, we get it, Michael Fassbender. Cool. Like,
I thought
yeah.
all the girls like Michael Fassbender.
No, he's too. No, no. No,
He's
I liked
horrible.
him
He's
in.
horrible in those films, isn't he? He's a little prick in those
Yeah, I
films.
liked him in Inglorious Bastard.
Oh,
He was in Inglorious Bastard.
yeah,
Yeah, he
yeah.
was.
I love
Right.
that film. Oh my god, I love that film.
The
That's
tension in that scene alone, though.
yeah, with hands.
Is the German free?
Amazing, amazing
Yeah,
film. Yeah. So, what was I
we're a
gonna
bunch of
say?
dorks.
Oh well, that's like, but that's the thing. We could, like, I mean, we could do another show on movies, like which
Yeah,
could
let's
happen
do
down the
that.
road. It could happen down the road. You never know.
Let's do that. Okay,
We
put a
will
pin in that. Put a pin in that.
absolutely.
The weekly sci-fi binge. Yeah,
There's a name and everything.
there you go.
That
There you
could work.
go.
Hey, right.
Put a live stream up and then let people answer their questions. Let all the nerds debate underneath us about the Star Wars franchise.
That is a great idea. I definitely, as you said, I'd definitely put a pin in that.
Bing, 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 bing.
Yeah.
Okay, cool,
Let's
cool, cool.
collaborate.
I'm done with yeah. I'm done. I'm actually done with that, man. Like,
Yeah, big time. So,
nice.
as I was saying, let's collaborate, and that segues into what I'm going to talk about next, which is the was it All Ireland Music Project, is it?
All Ireland metal,
Metal
all metal
Project?
Ireland, all
All
metal
Ireland
Ireland,
Metal Project.
all
Ash-
metal. Oh,
All
this is
Ireland
great. This is a
Metal
great
Project.
plug. Great plug. Great plug.
Dara, I'm
Anyway,
sorry.
yeah. Oh, it's the name. There's a name.
Ashiri. Ashiri.
Ashiri.
Which is
Shiri.
Ashiri, which is Irish for resurrection, which I
Lovely.
came up with.
Oh, nice, nice, nice. We could have just called it that.
I know, but I was trying to give it the full thing.
Yeah, yeah,
Anyway,
yeah. Okay.
we will briefly talk about that because it's a very important thing that's happening now. And
Briefly,
yeah, I
briefly.
know. Yeah. Um. So of course, Dara wanted to do this, and he was like, "Oh, well, I'd love to
And
do a
fair
road
play to
runner.
him.
Yeah, I'd love to do a road runner type project." And I was like, "Well, why don't you just do it, And so he asked us all if we were interested, and we're all now in our teams,
Hmm.
which is the exciting part, isn't it?
Hmm.
And you have a
Oh,
team.
it's amazing. It's amazing. This and it's like, the timing of it as well. Like we just needed something like that, you
Yeah.
know.
Um, I mean, it's an opportunity for people who may have not done a style of metal before, or rock or whatever, to try something different. It really is like it's there's some
It's even an opportunity for people that haven't even dipped their toes in the scene. I imagine. I imagine. I don't know. Like
mm,
like I know most of the people on the list as well. But I would imagine that there's room for people to kind of dip their toes, get to meet
yeah.
everybody. You know.
Well, I think that's part of that's part of what we're trying to achieve with this is to give a bit of life back into the scene,
Hmm.
and like that's part of the whole thing is to give it a kick, get it back in, and get people working again, and collaborating, and I suppose friendships, because I think to
Oh yeah,
several bands I think are going to stay together from this project.
I think so. I think so too. Like
Yeah.
it's like again, it's basically virtual jamming, and that's how you create bands. In it's been so long. Do you know what I mean? Like for all of us to even kind of like I'm kind of rusty in terms of my musical social skills. But it's nice to kind of like with the girls as well. In my collab, it's so nice. It's just so amazing to be able to kind of be in that zone again,
Yeah,
and to see everybody like supporting each other and doing it for a great cause, and just it's really cool. It's
it's
really
brilliant.
really nice,
It's a
and I think it is literally what we needed. Literally what
yeah,
we needed.
absolutely. And
Bit
I
of
mean,
buzz, bit of crack,
well,
like
that's it. Like I mean, as I was saying
yeah,
to you off air, I'm going to be doing some vocals tomorrow, which I'm
nice.
super. It's not right. It's not
Get
actually
on the
like
honey tea. Get on the
yes,
honey tea.
get my rest, all
One.
that kind of stuff.
Yeah. Yes.
And are you, without giving anything away, obviously about your project, are you happy with what you are coming up with so far?
100%. 100%. I could not be in a better. Like I just with I'm in with Veronica, Zoe and Julia, and I just like they're the same kind of mind, you know what I mean? They're
Yeah,
just the same production wise, yeah, and crack wise. That's the most important thing as well.
yeah,
If someone's a prick, no, it's not gonna work. But at the same time, it's like, but it's just it's nice to just be with some hardworking ladies and just like have fun and explore, like because again, they come from different backgrounds, they come from
mm,
different inspirations. It's nice to just figure out what everybody is up for, or what everybody is going to contribute. And so far we have synths and guitars, and well, we have drums, like all of our sprouting ideas, but the general layout of the song
yeah.
is there. May need some
Excellent.
swappy roonies and stuff, but like it's really exciting. Like the whole song is just so 200 BPM, like hard, fast hitting. Like it's
Hell yeah.
gonna be fun. It's gonna be a bang.
And knowing the girls that are in the group, that I know them obviously. I know Zoe a long time, and
Yeah,
I'm very interested to hear what you are playing. I am
yeah.
so
Oh,
excited.
it is. Yeah, it's gonna be. Yeah, but trust me, it's gonna be deadly. It's gonna be fucking deadly.
Now I'm going to ask you something here. Did you not have any idea of, or any inkling of, like, was it a specific thing of jamming with girls, or if you get me, were any of the fellas looking to
For
play with
well,
you, or
for Witchkicker and this project,
no,
or
no, just this project,
oh, okay. No, just
just the
no.
way it
Like
happened,
it's
like
never a, it's never a like. I mean, it's cool to like find other like-minded girls, as always.
course,
Like
yeah,
with
of
any
course,
project, like in anything, like it's kind of like a situation where the girls go to the bathroom and then they spend 2 hours in there chatting to some new friends. Like that's it. That
yeah.
it just happens.
And was
Um,
that, well? Now that you said it, was that the way it was wanted for Witchkicker though?
no, like again, very organic, very just like we never went in there with the intention of like, oh, we have to be all female, we have to like
Yeah.
estrogen, wow, or like whatever. But it's like it's never been that. We should have just called it ourselves each estrogen, so whatever. um, fuck it. But it's never been an intention. It just so happens, and to be honest, if it does even happen that it's all girl, it's like it's nice to, in my head anyway, like as a female. I hate that term, even like female guitarist as well. But like when I teach young girls myself, at least
Mm.
they can kind of look at me and go, "Oh, wow, she can play all this, and
Yeah.
maybe I can too." It's like that kind of mentality as well. So it's nice to just have the crack with the girls and just yeah, like I think lately with women in music, it's like we've been made more equal.
Mm.
And I know without getting into a feminist kind of thing, we've been made like for ages. I think we were either made less or more significant because we're girls.
Which is just before it's a fucking disgrace in my opinion. I mean, you know,
Yeah,
you can.
I mean, I've dealt with all kinds of bullshit because of it, but at the same time, it's never knocked me off my stride. If anything, if I receive any kind of bullshit, sexist bullshit like that, I kind of go, haha,
Mm.
watch me, and then and then it just kind of pushes you forward because I'm not gonna let someone with an ignorant state of mind put me down, and then what kind of I'm not saying that I'm a role model or anything like that but I don't want to be 60 years old and be like, oh, just
Should have done
I,
this.
I stopped music because of this one guy or
Yeah.
this opinion or shit like that. It's never gonna
Mm.
happen. But
I
I
always,
know that
I
there
always,
is
I always. Sorry for cutting in on you there. I was just gonna say
no.
I always love, um, when you see lads who think that they're the fucking cheese, and then along comes a band like Witchkicker and just wipes the floor. You know,
Yeah.
they're fucking.
Sorry, man. You kind of cut off a little
I
bit
said
there.
I,
Sorry.
I said I love when like a band thinks that they're the fucking cheese and they're all macho and all this kind of shit, and then Witchkicker comes along and kicks their asses. You know?
Well, there you go. Like,
Yeah.
well, like it's kind of like I wanted this band to have balls as well. I didn't I like the amount of it's kind of like the age old kind of like, oh, you're really good for a girl. It's like
Oh.
you're really stupid for a man. Like, like I mean, it's kind of weird. Like, but I think in recent years it's very because of social media and stuff like that. It's because of because of women getting more recognition as opposed to just being labeled as sex objects because,
Yeah.
oh, woman guitar, so sexy. Fuck off.
Yeah.
Like, I just, no, like, it's nicer to see people have a natural reaction to women in music now. Like,
Yeah.
like an actual, like, say if you got on stage and then you played, and then I got on stage and got the same kind of reaction.
Yeah.
That's it. That's all we ask for, not show us your boobs.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, I mean,
so,
let's be honest. I mean, in your field of musicianship, you are
mhm.
just as talented as I am. In fairness, do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
that's it. Like,
we're equal in that sense. You know.
that's it.
Well, actually, you're a
So,
fucking kick-ass guitar player. You know what I mean? Like, fucking.
oh man, you're like, come on, no, no, stop it, stop. No, 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 like it's everybody like as I said, everybody has their own kind of technicalities and their own like proficiency as well.
Mm,
And for that, like you can compare all the male artists, right? And then name 10 female uh guitar players. You
yeah,
know what I mean? It's very far and few between, and it has been for a long time. In comparison, and I think that's why people kind of draw the significance because we were few and far between. But
mm,
nowadays, it's like I think actually, to be honest, like of all my students, a majority of them are girls. Like
excellent,
and it's great to see. It's
absolutely.
becoming just normal. That's it.
And the drummer from the Asheri project is Veronica, isn't it?
Yeah,
She's some drummer. Jesus.
yeah. Oh, she's amazing. She's
Oh,
amazing. And
some
she's
drummer.
just humble about it as well, man. It's just
Yeah,
like, it's just so cool to see proficient, hardworking ladies, especially kind of in the metal scene as well, just
yeah.
sticking it, just doing it and just, yeah, just having fun and just working hard.
I think we'll have to get an L gig with Witchkicker when the L gigs start opening up again. Wasn't use
100%.
that'd be awesome, wouldn't it?
100%. I think gigs are going to be flat out whenever they're going ahead.
I hope so.
I hope
That
so.
is
We'll
a
have to go every week.
we'll do our best, absolutely. But yeah, like, but I think now we do need people to come and see local bands now. You know, now
Oh
more
yeah.
than ever. It's not going to be like
Well, the amount of people just bitching about like, oh, I want to go to a gig, and I'm like, well, where were you?
yeah, exactly.
Like,
It's so true though. Like I mean, I always use this kind of analogy where why wouldn't you want to see three or four local bands on a Saturday night for a fiver? You know, that's
hmm
to me that's a no brainer. And then I mean, if you don't like the bands,
yeah,
then fine, fuck off. It's only a fiver or whatever the case may
yeah,
be. Whereas if you go
hmm
to on a Tuesday night to see a big band in the Tree Arena for nearly €100, you're out of pocket
yeah,
straight away. You have to go home early because you're going to be in work more than likely the next day. You know,
yeah.
I know everyone has their favorite bands. Don't get me wrong, but just a little bit
Oh
more
yeah.
support would be well appreciated. I'm
I think
sure.
this collaboration will definitely it'll definitely spur something in that in regards to that as
Mm.
well.
I think the fact that everyone's making such an effort to do it will,
Oh yeah.
you know,
People are bored as well.
yeah, so
And it's
true.
just nice to yeah, it's just nice to, make closer friends, make good connections again and just have fun.
I just think it can just be positive out of this. Just
Oh
positives,
yeah.
absolutely.
100%.
Ma, what? That is a beautiful guitar behind you. Is that your baby?
The Ibanez. This is my Ibanez, and then this is my O3
Oh, lovely,
over here. hmm
nice.
So this one I
Is that half
used.
scale? Is it?
Sorry.
Is that half scale? No, it just looks
This.
smaller. Whatever way it was lying back, it looks smaller.
No, 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 no. It's a weird shape, but like, yeah. And as you
Nice.
can see, yeah.
Fantastic.
The W is not for Witchkicker, by the
All
way.
right.
It's for Tungstead, the
Fair
chemical name for it. So
enough.
everybody's like, "Where'd you get a guitar named after Witchkicker?" I'm like, "Oh, for fuck's sake!"
Yeah.
But yeah.
You should say customer
But
awesome.
yeah. Mm.
Some beautiful
Yeah.
instruments there,
So this
yeah.
one, huh?
I said some beautiful
Oh yeah,
instruments.
thank you.
Mm.
Yeah, they're nice, my babies. I wanted this one for years. Ibanez stopped making them back in like 2010 or something, and I found it in on Reverb from Spain for €600, and I was like,
Wow,
ah. So yeah, happy as.
deadly.
So
That's
yeah,
it.
that's my little.
Awesome. That's fantastic. Now, excuse me, before we go, because we are going to hit the road, throw me up some of your favorite albums of all time. Not in any order. So give me between three and
Hmm.
five.
Gojira, The Link.
Okay.
Uh, Van Halen's first album. I like Guns N' Roses' Appetite for Destruction, as you already know.
Mm-hmm.
Alice in Chains' Dirt, and oh no, Facelift.
I'm the
I think
same.
guitar-wise, there's a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I think Alice in Chains' Facelift is yeah, I think that's my baby, to be honest. I know a lot of people just like fangirl over Dirt, but
Mm.
Facelift for me has a lot more
There's a lot more going on, and
interesting riffs.
it's yeah,
Yeah, it's groovy. It's groovy, do you know what I mean?
yeah,
It's like it's more they got really silly with it.
yeah. It's brilliant,
So yeah.
fantastic. Mo, would you come on the show again?
Oh yeah, 100%. Thank you so much for having me. Honestly, I've had so much fun.
Yeah, it's been great to see you and great to chat to you. And
Great to see you too. And
yeah,
I hope you're keeping well as well.
I am. Like I said, I always say now, I'm here to annoy people. I've too much music left to bring out before I actually kick the bucket. So, you know, you're not getting rid of me yet. Like,
Ah, look. Well, you're looking well. You're looking perky, man. You know what I mean?
yeah, I'm happy. I'm happy to be doing what I'm doing, and I'm delighted that,
Good,
as I said, I get to do this kind of stuff. So,
good.
of course, yeah.
Grand.
So when it comes to your music, you've nothing officially out yet for the solo album. So you'll hopefully get it out.
Not yet. We're keeping it a little tight. Yeah, we're
Yeah,
keeping a little tight lock on that at the moment. But whenever I'm like so far all of the songs are they're pretty much done. But we just need to
yeah,
stop being perfectionist.
Oh,
And yeah, like like the majority of the album is done. We just need to keep on trucking, and yeah, it'll be out hopefully this year.
do you
But
have
yeah,
like a Facebook or an Instagram or anything that people can go to for the solo album yet?
not yet. But we're hoping in the next couple of months that it'll be up along with the
Okay.
artwork.
Well, let me know and then
From
I
what
can
I've
post
seen.
links and stuff. Absolutely.
Thank you so much. Cheers.
If it's okay with you, we're gonna end the podcast with a Witchkicker song. Is that all right?
Nice one. Thank you so much.
I'm not gonna tell you which one it is, and you'll have to watch the episode.
I'm gonna guess. I'm gonna guess. I think it's gonna be sick and tired, isn't it?
Yes.
Ah, I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. I knew you'd be a sucker for that riff.
Yeah, absolutely.
Nice one. Thank you so
No, it's
much.
been awesome. Thank you so much for joining me on KingWoes Court.
Oh, thank you.
I'll see you soon. And we are out of here.